guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jackie Aina, aka Jackie O, depending on where you from. When did you subscribe to my channel? I want to know in the comments. I would love to know what month, what time of the year. Just tell me. Let's just chat. Jagga, 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 jagga. So today I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial. I know you guys are here for the looks, here for the glam. I don't care how boring you think my looks are. If you're that 1 out of 20 people who thinks my looks are boring and I don't push myself or challenge myself, I do these tutorials like this because I know that they will actually benefit you guys, and like you guys just love my wearable looks. Shout out to everybody who gave me so much love on my last review, the Alyssa Ashley NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation review. Everyone was here for the final glam, and so I promised you guys I was gonna give it, and here I am. Today's video is done in partnership with Audible. Shout out to you, Audible, for helping the lights stay on in the Aina residence. If you don't know what Audible is, which I'm sure you probably do by now, it is a way that you can actually listen to books. So instead of sitting down and reading them, those of us that have like a lot of stuff to do and are just really busy, it's so convenient. I can't tell you how many long car drives I've used Audible on, cleaning trips I've used Audible on. When I'm washing my brushes, I put on audiobooks. They have a huge selection of audiobooks, comedy shows, news stuff, you name it, it's probably on there. Better start reading them books now while it's still summer so you can start gearing up for fall. I'm just saying, those of you guys that are not back at school yet. I actually just downloaded Michelle Obama's book. Who doesn't love Michelle Obama? I admire her in so many different ways, and I really look forward to whatever gems that she can drop, because I know I need a couple. Miss Auntie Michelle. I am, however, always taking suggestions from you guys, and you guys have put me onto some really good books. Sometimes I just don't talk about them, but if you do have any other books that you want to recommend that you've tried on Audible, please feel free to share them down below. I have a distinct URL. If you do click and use my link, it actually benefits me and helps support my channel. The link to join and sign up for Audible is www.audible.com/JackieAina, which I'm gonna put right here on the screen. I hate when these things who the hell invited you to the party, sir? And if you are a new listener, you actually get a 30-day free trial. So once again, my Audible link is www.audible.com/JackieAina. If you're in the US, you can also text Jackie Aina to 500-500 to get started. Super easy. Audiobooks are exchangeable, so if you don't like them, you can just switch for something else. And the good thing is you always get a bunch of free credits. So, and mine have just been like piling up and piling up. So every time I buy a new book, I don't, because I'm using my free credits. And even if you cancel, your books are still yours to keep. It's not a rental. You get to keep them even after you've canceled the service. So if you want to get started, you can either use that texting option, 500-500, or I'll put a link in the info box, whatever you decide. Thank you again, not only to Audible for working with me on another video, especially because I genuinely like the service, but I just want to say thank you again to all of you. I feel like you guys don't get enough credit for supporting my partnerships, and I want to make sure we're like all on the same page. Like, I really do appreciate the fact that you guys support me so much. All in the comments if you're an Audible baby too, and I'm gonna stop rambling and just go ahead and get started. Show you right. By the way, I'm gonna be infusing some new products that I haven't really introduced to you guys yet because they're bomb. Oldie but goodie, of course, better than Hangover RX. Please excuse my French. I'm so out of touch. I'm so old, y'all. Y'all, just because I call myself old, I don't mean like old in a literal sense. I mean like my spirit is like so out of touch sometimes. Like, I'm just such an old lady. I will say skincare routine sure as hell ain't old. Hey! So skin looks super smooth and just so nice. Very healthy. I like this primer even by itself. This is a new for me. The Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. This is an interesting product. Used as a blurring and tuning serum after moisturizer. Discontinue use if redness or irritation occurs. Well, hopefully there's gonna be none of that, all right, for Farsali. I'm gonna go a little light, oh, it smells so good. Oh, that's such a unique scent. Anyway, I definitely feel the blur. I haven't tried this on my face yet. I've just like swatched it. And I was like, ooh, that's an interesting product. Like, I feel like that took some of the shine off my skin for sure. It's not balling up. It's not doing that weird thing that silicone primers do, you know? Like, but it gives that same soft to touch feel. And powder that down. Take any more excess shine away, and just do this because it helps the foundation. So today I'm going to be taking my little brother to Target, and you're probably thinking like, who cares? Why are you sharing this with us, Jackie? Well, it's significant because it's his first day in his new college dorm. She's no longer chai right now. She's a spiced rum. She's a little bit more red in the chest. I've been using this one and it's a really good match. love, love, love. My little brother just moved into his college dorm today. I couldn't be there to help him move because today's just been a whirlwind of hot mess events. I'm gonna just be real, I don't move things because I ain't trying to get hurt or break a bone or something. Like in my mind, I still function. Like I don't have health insurance or any of that stuff. So like I just don't like taking risks like that. You know what I'm saying? So I sat that one out. He asked me if I can like help him. My mom was like really tired. She dropped him off, helped him move, all that good stuff. And I guess she was like too tired to like run more errands after that. So I was like, yeah, I'll come help you out. Plus I just want to see his little dorm. It's so cute. It's like his first time being on his own. I'm so happy for him. I've been doing that Q&A. You know how you can like ask questions on, or people can ask you questions on Insta stories now. One thing that came up a lot, I was surprised at this, but then again, am I really surprised? One thing that came up a lot is a lot of people had assumed that I grew up wealthy or like well off. I think it really just goes to show you like how little people really do know about you, especially like maybe if you've only been watching me this year or in the past like 3-4 months. Instant Age Rewind Concealer to conceal away some of the tragedies I experienced earlier today, and I'll get into that later. Totally was just like interesting how many people had assumed that I had this like super privileged, wealthy upbringing. And I was like, where do y'all even, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of not really, you know, like I have like some bougie-ish tendencies now, but like, honestly, a lot of that stuff is like in good fun. Like I treat people with the utmost respect. I would never, ever, ever, ever view myself above or better than anyone. I think that if you were to describe me, like I would consider myself the exact opposite of classist, and anyone that engages in me in any given moment will attest to that. Like that's just the truth. Yeah, like I have nice things now, but I don't know how that equates to being raised wealthy. Like I don't see the correlation there. I mean, I guess it's interesting to like not be stereotyped for once, because if anything, you're, you know, like as a black woman, you're used to hearing the opposite. Oh, I assumed you was from the hood or something, even though I low-key did grow up in the hood, but that's beside the point. I grew up in a big old family, girl. Like I have 6 siblings, so I'm the oldest of 7 total. Riri got me using espresso again, so we're gonna do just that. I'm the oldest of 7, and we grew up, girl, in this little like 3-bedroom house in little old La Puente. Okay, all 9 of us, mind you, and WIC, food stamps, you name it, we had it all. And this was like before EBT was like discreet and you had a cute little debit card with a pen. No, we had the old school food stamps, honey. Like you could not hide if you was on public assistance. There was just no way around it. Like, okay, we see. Instead of Benjamins, what do they call food stamps? Mona Lisas or something? I don't know. It's just interesting because now it's like my last brother. We got one more brother to send off to college, and then that's it. Like we're all literally grown now, and it's like crazy. Oh, baby. I know for a fact that's why I work so hard, because I got like 6 people that are like looking at me and, you know, I think expecting, my siblings don't put a lot of pressure on me. I think that even culturally, like as a Nigerian, there's just like this expectation that you're just going to set the standard and set the pace for everybody, which is, you know, it's fine. I'm always up for a challenge, you feel me? But you know, like sometimes that has its own cons, whatevs. It is what it is. I come from a big old family. I have extremely humble beginnings. Definitely had no leverage. I had no leg up. I had no financial stability, no background. I had everything to, well, is it the other way around? I had nothing to lose because I had nothing to fall back on. Yeah, that's what it is. Why don't we just have the conversation of Kylie Jenner, for example? And y'all know what the conversation I'm talking about. I personally feel like what defines you as self-made is, what do you have to lose? If you are somebody that has 200 grand to flip and like you'd be good if you made nothing off of it, and if you lost it, you'd be just fine. I don't consider that self-made because it's like you are in a position to take financial risks that the everyday average person is not in at all. I don't think that makes you a hater for saying that. Like, I think that a lot of people were trying to like, stop being jealous. I don't think that makes you a jealous person at all. I'm not like the biggest fan of her, but I also don't hate her either. But I don't think that acknowledging that she clearly had way more leverage than the average person. I don't think that by acknowledging that and saying that that doesn't make her self-made makes you a hater, if that makes sense. But I know that even just by me talking about it, y'all gonna be on my like, I didn't plan on this being a chit-chat tutorial, but here we are. And then we found out Pat McGrath sold her company, and so technically her brand is now worth $1 billion. I think that everybody was like trying to like one up Kylie by congratulating Pat, and like, you don't need to, we don't need to do that. There's no congratulations in spite of, just congratulate Pat, okay? In Pat's defense, just so we're clear, that was me defending Pat. This conversation got really intellectual. I think I got one of the little, have you ever got a calcium stone? Ugh. Too lazy to change my concealers right now. I am. And you know what? Most people ain't gonna notice until I tell them anyway. It's gonna look the same when you put powder on top. All right, Beauty Bakery flour powder. You already know what time it is. In my Alyssa Ashley Can't Stop, Won't Stop review, I talked about how I never used the Maybelline setting powder, and I used it in that tutorial. Now I'm gonna use the brown powder to set the rest of my face, by the way. The Maybelline Fit Me under eye powder. And I was talking about how, like, why don't I ever use this powder? It's so slept on. And it is a really good powder, but I've come to realize it actually makes me pretty oily. So I think I'm gonna just stick to what I know and love. You know, like, I like that powder. It's cool. Yes, I do look extra red around my mouth. It will balance itself out. Don't worry. This powder adjusts. Yeah, I actually wanted to tell you guys, I really love that powder. I think it's one of the best options at the drugstore. It's good, but it's pretty hydrating. Like, I'm finding that it makes me more oily. So fortunately, I'm gonna have to stick to Beauty Bakery for a while. What I love about the Maybelline one though are the colors. Like I said, gray powder, but like better option for my dry skin warriors. I'm going to do my brows using Precisely My Brow and Goof Proof Brow from Benefit. And then add some brow gel. I had to go to my P.O. box real quick and I had to come back. So now I'm picking up where we left off. He really hates me because we get so many packages. But he doesn't understand, like, it's not like, okay, let's say you order something from Amazon, right? You know to expect it Thursday, or you know to expect it Saturday by noon, for the most part, give or take. My P.O. box is like where all my PR stuff goes. Like, sometimes I don't know when I don't know, you know, and I'm not just gonna randomly pop up there just to see, hey, any packages for me? Like, I'm busy. I get it. It's a lot of boxes, I get it, but still, you don't have to be mean, dog. You gotta be mean. So for this look, I used parts of the Modern Renaissance. Can you believe that was actually my first time using Modern Renaissance. I think I took Red Ochre first, and I'm popping her in my crease. I'm also blending Venetian Red. This is a beautiful pink, especially for the crease. Like, that is some color, honey. I'm actually glad it's a little bit later because traffic to get to my brother's school is gonna be a nightmare. Then we're gonna snake Real Gar. I'm not sure what that word means, but it's this interesting orange color. You know, I love orange in my crease as well. And just around where we applied that pink. And because we are wearing like a peachy nude-ish lip, the orange in our crease is gonna really kind of tie into that. Now, my favorite part of the look was when I took Love Letter, this really bright pink here, and I just started dabbing tins, really brightening up that crease. Yeah. Write that down. You know what? Modern Renaissance, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like it was much to scream about, like, looking at it, but some of these pinks really are bangers. We also want Love Letter on our bottom lash line. Very smoky. These Dazzle Shadow liquids from MAC are so bomb. It's got a little bit of glitter, but it's like that fine filled glitter. Look how gorgeous that is. First, I took Rayon Rays. It's a bronzy brown shade. I feel like it really complements the fuchsia pink well. For slightly more coverage, or you can dab, like if you want it to look a bit more chunkier, more grungy. You can use the tip of it to really kind of diffuse, like if you want to cut crease, you know, obviously you can carve. I did have my eye pretty carved in my last video. She was very much so turkey Thanksgiving ready carved. It's been really interesting just to see how trends have changed from like when YouTube first became like big in the makeup world. Remember back in the day when everybody did pigments and like loose shimmer was like the standard for pigmentation and color. Now I feel like everyone's so scared of loose shimmer that we've transitioned to everything being creamy wet, you know, like that whole like cream to powder technology. All right, we took the pink one, Love Yourself, and I just kind of went over it. I think I dabbed it. Yeah, I did dab it. Only in the center, okay? So, I mean, this is a pretty expensive lens. Hopefully you can see what the hell I'm doing. Let's take Love Letter, and you're gonna need a liner brush, preferably a thick one. This one's from Sigma. It is the short shader E20. You can use an angled brush too. You might have to build it up a little bit more because the angled brush is really, really, really slim. And then you're going to create a line right at the lash line with that pink color. What you also gotta kind of do though is go over the outer corner again. While the glue dries, I'm gonna apply mascara. I've been really liking these a lot lately. These Charlotte Tilbury, these like cheek popping, popper ditty pops. I don't know what they're, cheek to chic, swish and pop blusher. The color is Sex on Fire. It looks like it's going to be ash disaster in a pan, but it's actually a really nice subtle pink, and like the mix of two together looks really pretty on my skin tone. I can like really load it on. Go over the bronzer, just light-handed, light little area effects. Okay, it's starting to be a lot. Let me stop. I actually used the NARS Maldives. I think it's really pretty. It's a subtle pink that you can wear with like rose golds. Like if you literally wanted to know all of what I was literally wearing in that look, that is it. But I figured, why don't I just use the Maybelline Masterchrome? Okay, not the same effect. This is definitely not a soft highlighter. This is a highlighter. It's very bright. And I'm using my Chartreuse brush from Fenty. Oh, that's so nice. Ooh, that's doing exactly what I want it to do. I carry it up to my temples. A lot of people tried to play me a couple videos ago and asked me, did you know where your temples are? Of course I freaking know where my temples are. But I'm obviously moving the brush pretty quickly, you know, like temples are here and then I go into the forehead and then back to my temples and then my cheekbone. In my head, like all of this is my temple, but I know it's not literally my temple. Oh geez, being a YouTuber is so exhausting. It's like you have to disclaim everything, literally everything. A little bit of setting spray, all-nighter to be exact. I'm going to take Hepburn Honey Lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury, one of my favorite peachy nudes of all time. This is from that new matte collection I told you guys about. The Grand Illusion Glossy Liquid Lip Color in the shade Autumn Reset. And baby, that's it. That's all there is to it, honey. Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. It's not Gucci, don't ask, all right? Mind your business. I loved hanging out with you guys. Every so often it's fun to just upload like a regular chill video. I love seeing your comments. Don't be shy down below. Holla at your girl. If you are in, if you're in Australia, holla at me. Everybody called this the Beyonce wig. This is actually very a 2000s era Beyonce wig. That wasn't the look I was going for, but honey, I'll take it because the wig is always laid on Miss Beowulf, honey.